Some things worth mentioning about the layout that I'm sending over to you. I skipped the logo and all the baloney on top because, well, you know what's going on. Um, my original fabrication layout is a little different than the one I'm sending over to you, which is common. You know, the fabrication layout is meant to get a sense of how we're going to tile it out in general and also how we're going to get our costing on the materials. Now, this layout is a little bit less efficient materials wise. Um, but it's going to look better and I can keep my price. It's not a big deal. So if you take a look at this right here, previously I had a signboard line in the middle, but I had a hard time getting the text to look proper on top. So I made one large signboard across the top, and we'll use two small ones to represent your logo. This is going to take a little bit more effort when you mount it to the wall, but not that much. I'll go through the fabrication, sort of how I would tile it together to get things to line up with Doug. If you take a look at this, any red outline is a rider, and the big sponsor stuff here we'd probably use riders for, although we might just print on it with the one um, sponsor that's being extremely supportive. There is a slight overlap between the different pieces here, and that's intentional. Those pieces are meant to overlap so that it's easy to line everything up. You'll also notice that on all the text in this, there are no seams for sign panels going through any letters. That's a really big deal. It's going to save a lot of hassle for Doug getting it set up and getting it to look just right. When you've got a letter that's got a seam and you got to get your line up just perfect, and then if the signboard it isn't centered perfect on top of that, it just creates all kinds of problems. I made the riders larger than I originally specified. I just thought that was important, and then I fiddled around with the font, and I found a font that was a little bit narrower, a little bit taller, and a little bit more bold. I think the kids really need to be, their name needs to be up there, man. And then in here, I just kept these nice and understated. I think that's important. When you look at this, if you want me to align things a certain way or move them around, I can. One thing I would say to you is I'm very good at concrete feedback. Change this, move it over here, do that. I'm very bad at adjusting to um, emotional feedback. Every once in a while, I'll have a design I'll send to somebody and I'll say, I don't know, it just doesn't pop. It's like, okay, how would you like me to change it? I can't have my graphics change to suit an abstract emotional response. There are companies that do that. They are extremely expensive. They wear black turtlenecks and serve you espresso and have you down to their branding company, usually an office downtown. Um, I have found that it's very difficult to do that type of work, and I don't have the patience for it. But if you guys want me to change anything, please let me know what it is. I can move things around. I can left justify. I can give you 4 different options of font. But I really struggle when someone says, I don't know, it just doesn't, that sort of, that's where I kind of go, you got to tell me exactly, concretely what you need. I want you guys to be really happy with this, but I need concrete feedback on the adjustments that you need made. And right now we're well within budget. If it ends up where there's like 4 or 5 or 6 different revisions, that's when I start asking for a little bit more. But I don't think we're anywhere near that point right now, so there's nothing to worry about. I'll also make a quick video with Doug to go over how these signboards align and how I might set up an installation for visuals, not necessarily for stability. Doug is responsible for the stability. If you guys have any questions, please reach out anytime. Please email anytime. I want you guys to be really happy with this. Thanks so much.